talk about what happens next. Because we're not dealing with distant future prophecy. We're dealing with a very specific timeline with hard deadlines. And those deadlines are approaching fast. December 2026, the first checkpoint. In 14 months, December 2026, all 27 EU member states must offer the EU DI wallet to all citizens and residents. This isn't a goal. It's not a target. It's a legal requirement with enforcement mechanisms. If a member state fails to comply, they face EU sanctions and fines. So by the end of 2026, 450 million people will have access to download and use a digital identity wallet. And public services across Europe will be required to accept it. That's the first checkpoint. The wallet becomes available and government integrated. Mid-2026, pilots become live services. But remember the October 27th announcement? The new funding to accelerate rollout? The goal is to push pilot programs into live services by mid-2026. That means 6 months from now, the testing phase ends, and the wallet becomes operational for real-world use across multiple sectors. Not just government services, banking, healthcare, education, transportation. By summer 2026, the infrastructure will be live. December 2027, the second checkpoint. Then, 26 months from now, December 2027, the second checkpoint hits. Private sector companies in regulated industries must integrate the EU DI wallet and accept it for authentication and transactions. Banks, telecoms, health systems, energy providers, transportation, employment, no opt-out, no exceptions, mandatory integration. And that's when the voluntary nature of the system collapses. Because yes, you technically don't have to use the wallet, but good luck banking without it. Good luck getting a job without verified credentials. Good luck accessing any essential service without it. Voluntary in theory, impossible to avoid in practice. And then, shortly after December 2027, the digital euro launches. The European Central Bank hasn't announced an exact date yet, but the preparation phase ends October 2025, this month, and the target for full operational capability is 2028. So within 12 to 18 months after the wallet becomes mandatory for private sector services, the programmable digital currency goes live, and that currency will be accessed through the wallet. Identity verification and payment authorization unified in one system. And at that point, the infrastructure is complete.
Hey, Shalom. Barakatha Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Ruach the ones of the apostles, bishops, elders of great millstone, and Shalom to brothers in the highways and byways, doing the work sincerely and faithfully, and continually fighting that good fight of faith, Lord willing, we find that number to be delivered. All right. So as you got a glimpse of what's going to be rolling out and what is rolling out over in Europe right now, soon to be here in America, is the digital ID wallet. Okay, aka soon to come RFID microchip. All right. So let's read a little bit about the digital ID wallet and what it pertains to. It says the digital ID wallet securely stores digital versions of driver's licenses, state IDs, or passports in smartphone apps like Apple Wallet, Google Wallet, and state-specific apps, e.g. CA, DMV Wallet. They offer privacy-focused encrypted verification via Face ID through touch, currently accepted at select TSA checkpoints and select business for age verification. All right. So essentially, as you was listening to that video, it's all being rolled out in stages. It's going to be voluntary for a little while, And then they're going to spring it on you that no more voluntary. All right? You want to eat, you got to come down and get this thing. You want to be a productive member of the society, you got to come down and get this thing. All right? So this is where it's going. This is where it's at. You know, and the most infamous scripture, Revelation 13:16, and it says, and he calleth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. All right. So as we venture down this digital wallet avenue, you know, it'll slowly but surely, you know, segue into actual implantable devices, which may be in the forehead region or in the right hand region, you know. And people are concerned about whether or not, if it's put in your right hand, if it's not put in your right hand, then, you know, you're going to be exempt, right? It doesn't matter. It's still the microchip. They put it in your butt cheek. They put it in your hip, your shoulder. You out of here, right? You know, though the scriptures tell you in the right hand or in the forehead. But what's going to end up happening is you're going to have individuals who know the truth about the MOTB, but they're going to receive it, but they're going to request that it get placed somewhere else on the body. All right? Thinking the Lord is stupid. So again, when it starts to roll out here in Babylon the Great, this is where you're going to probably get most of the resistance, here in Babylon. But as it put the chokehold on the American people are going to be forced to receive it, take it, and accept it. All right? This is Job 20:23. It says, when he is about to fill his belly, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai shall cast the fury upon his wrath. Shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. Right? So they're going to try to complete this enterprise of theirs. They're going to try to complete this, you know, this one world currency, you know, method of pay. You know, they're going to try to complete it. But Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is going to cast him down right when he thinks he's got it, you know, locked up, lock and key. And as we prophesy about this thing going down the way it's going down, you know, you're going to start to see, you know, people willingly accept it. You're going to start to see people fighting, not wanting to accept it. But these are the ones that are going to get broken down. They're going to get broken down physically, mentally, you know, financially, until they just say, hey, I had enough. I can't take it anymore. This is what's coming. Revelation 3:10 says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. And we understand and know that our temptation is the implementation of the MOTB. All right? And again, it's going to come upon all the world. And America may be that last stronghold that, you know, it gets fully implemented in. All right? So be aware. Be aware. You know, a lot of people getting sidetracked with this war that's going on right now. But while they're fighting this war, they're also behind the scenes, you know, pushing this thing through. So you're going to wake up one morning and find out that this system that you used to have is going to be no more. All right? So this was just a quick hit. I'm going to come back with more on this one, Lord willing. I got a few more clips out of that same video clip. I'm going to say shalom for now.